Hello students, welcome to Europe Education. I am Jitendra Kumar Tyagi. So, as all of you know, we have started a very important series for your GATE paper in data science and artificial intelligence. So, daily at 10 p.m. we provide you 10 important questions relevant with the examination. Okay, so I hope your preparation is going well. You please attend all these lectures and solve all the questions. Okay, you will get a good collection of questions actually. Okay, and in the description there may be some Google form here, and you have to fill that Google form so that you may get the content of all these questions. Okay, the full content of all these questions, collection of around 200, more than 200 questions will be there. So, covering all the different subject like machine learning, artificial intelligence, mathematics, DBMS, data structure, all these things. Okay. So, this will really help you in your preparation for this GATE paper in data science. Okay. So, mathematics is very important for this exam. Okay. So, today I am going to take questions from calculus part. Okay. Calculus and optimization is the in your syllabus there. So, we will discuss some questions. So, some questions I have taken from the sample paper, and some other important questions also I have included in this class. So, you have to solve all these questions with me. Okay, you provide your answer in the chat box also, and you can pause the video, you can solve the question, and then you can watch the solution. This will be the best strategy to prepare well. Okay, so let us discuss the first question. So, our first question is this one. So, very simple question given in your sample paper provided by IISc Bengaluru. So, you know, in all GATE papers, limits, wherever calculus is mentioned in the syllabus, limit is important. Okay. So, in this upcoming exam also, you can expect one question from limit. Okay. So, you have to prepare this topic limit very well, and the question will be very simple based on L'Hospital rule or some basic properties of limits. Okay, some standard forms, some indeterminate forms. Okay, so if you revise, you can solve the problem in exam. So here you please solve this question and write your answer in the chat box, and then I will explain you what is the concept. Okay, so now I hope you have tried to solve this problem, and some of you have obtained the answer also. First of all, if you see any limit problem in exam, what you have to do, you just put this value in the given function. Okay, so if we put 2x equal to 2, okay, we can write here, on putting x equal to 2, we get 0 by 0 form. Okay, we get 0 by 0 form, because root 2 minus root 2 is 0 upon 2 minus 2 is also 0. So, in most of the cases, whenever we get 0 by 0 form, the most important tool available is L'Hospital's rule. Okay, so you can apply L'Hospital's rule here, and what is that? Limit x tends to 2. Okay, we can write using L'Hospital's rule. Using L'Hospital's rule, limit x tends to 2. So, derivative of the numerator. So, derivative of root x is 1 over 2 root x, then minus root 2, derivative is 0 upon, now derivative of the denominator. So, derivative of x is 1 minus derivative of 2 is 0. Okay, and now in the resultant you put x equal to 2. So, if you put x equal to 2 here, you will get 1 upon 2 root 2. Okay, so this is a finite number you are getting. So, this is the answer. The limit exists, and this is equal to 1 upon 2 root 2. Okay, C option is the right answer. Now, in case if you get 0 by 0 form again, then you can again apply L'Hospital's rule. You can again differentiate both numerator and denominator separately, and then you can put x equal to 2. Okay, so this is the strategy you have to follow. I hope you got this, and please revise L'Hospital rule, as it is very important for your exam. Now, let us take another example. So, we have limit x tends to infinity x plus 3 upon x plus 5 to the power x. ये एक्सपोनेंट में है, ठीक है, x जो है इसकी ये बेस है, इसकी पावर में x है. Okay, so you have to compute this limit. So all of you try to solve this problem and then you can watch my solution. Okay, so now you can resume your video and you can see the solution here. First of all, again we have taken one problem from limit because this is another important form other than L-Hospital rule. This is the second important form in limits. Okay, so if I put x equal to infinity in base, suppose I evaluate limit, x tends to infinity x plus 3 upon x plus 5. Suppose I try to compute it. Okay, so we can divide both numerator and denominator by x here. So we can write limit x tends to infinity, okay, and it is 1 plus 3 upon x divided by 1 plus 5 upon x. Now we know that limit x tends to infinity 1 upon x is 0. Okay, we know that, we know this point. Limit x tends to infinity 1 over x is equal to 0. Okay, so we can use this result here. So this is 0, this is 0, so 1 upon 1. So we are getting 1 actually. Okay, and here power is x, so at infinity it is infinity, so we are getting 1 to the power infinity form actually. Okay, so we are getting, we can conclude here that finally we are getting 1 to the power infinity form, which is called an indeterminate form. ठीक है, इसको 1 नहीं लिखना है. ठीक है, ये क्या है, आपकी एक indeterminate form है. 1 to the power infinity is called indeterminate form. So whenever you get 1 to the power infinity form, then what formula, what concept you have to use, just write down that now. Okay, इस केस में क्या यूज करना है कंसेप्ट आपको, वो मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूं. सो देखो यहाँ पे लिमिट, सपोज वी आर हैविंग लिमिट x टेंड्स टू a, ओके, और 1 प्लस एफ एक्स to the power 1 upon gx. Suppose we are having this. Okay, where this limit x tends to a, fx is equal to limit x tends to a gx, and this is equal to 0. Suppose both these values are 0, this is 0, this is 0. Okay, so 1 plus 0, 1 की power 1 upon 0, so 1 to the power infinity form we are getting. So in that case, this limit can be written as equal to e to the power, okay, limit x tends to a fx divided by gx. This is the basic formula which you have to remember. Okay, and what is the condition? That is important. Both fx and gx must be 0 at x equal to a, so that 1 to the power infinity form is there. So in that case you can convert this limit into this form. Okay, now what we are seeing here, this is not, this function, given function, this is not in this form. However, we can convert this into this form. Okay, so how we can convert this into this form, let us do it. So we can write limit x tends to infinity, in the base I am adding 1, so it is 1 plus x plus 3 upon x plus 5 and minus 1. Okay, adding 1, subtracting 1, and this x can be written as 1 over x. Okay, इसको ऐसे लिखा जा सकता है. So now limit x tends to infinity, इसको दोनों को सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. Okay, let us simplify these two terms. So it is 1 plus x plus 3 or minus x or minus 5. So we are getting minus 2 upon x plus 5 here. Okay, and its power is 1 over 1 upon x. Now we can see that we are having two functions. If we compare this form with this form, so we can see that we are having fx equal to minus 2 upon x plus 5, and this gx is equal to 1 over x. And we can see that at x equal to infinity, as x approaches infinity, this minus 2 upon infinity is 0 and this is 0. So this condition is satisfied. So we can use this formula. Okay, we can write this limit as, finally after this, if you have understood up to this point, so you can easily write the limit as e to the power limit x tends to infinity this fx upon gx. So this upon this करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, ये minus 2x upon x plus 5. Okay, now we can divide by x both numerator and denominator. So it will become minus 2 upon 1 plus 5 upon x. 5 upon x will become 0. So it is minus 2. So resultant is e to the power minus 2. So this C option will be the right answer. Okay, I hope you got this. This is important for your exam. That is why I have taken this example here. Now we can move to next question. So in this question only one option is correct. You have to identify the correct option. So very simple question is there, you know, parabola, quadratic parabola. Okay, so the function fx has, this is a quadratic polynomial, you know, y equal to, we have ax square plus bx plus c, where a is greater than 0. So if we have any curve like this, y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, it represents a parabola actually. Okay, the graph of this function is a parabola, upward parabola. For a greater than 0, it is upward parabola. And in this graph, we don't have any saddle point. Okay, in this graph we don't have any maxima, but we have a minima, point of minima. So this is a point of minima actually, only one minima is there, and this is the point where derivative is 0. Okay, this is a point where derivative is 0. So if we compute the derivative here, f dash x is equal to 1 plus 2x, which is equal to 0. So x equal to minus 1 upon 2 is this point. Okay, so x equal to minus 1 upon 2 means x equal to minus 0.5. So there is a minima at x equal to minus 0.5. So C option will be the right answer. This is the question which is given in the sample. Okay, so sample से हमने एक example pick किया है. C is the right answer to this question. Okay. Saddle point is a critical point in the graph where there is no extrema actually. Okay. कोई भी क्रिटिकल पॉइंट होता है सैडल पॉइंट जहां पे एक्सट्रीमा नहीं होता, मिनिमा या मैक्सिमा नहीं होता. सो यहां पे क्या हो रहा है कि क्रिटिकल पॉइंट तो है x इक्वल टू माइनस 1/2, बट उस पर मिनिमम आ रहा है. सो दिस इज नॉट ए सैडल पॉइंट. ओके ओके, सो हियर इज योर फोर्थ क्वेश्चन. नाउ जस्ट रीड द क्वेश्चन एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट. So now let me explain you. You have tried. Okay. Rolle's theorem is applicable in the interval -2 to a. ठीक है. So आपको Rolle's theorem और mean value theorem, ठीक है, दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है. प्लीज रिवाइज दैम, दोनों को एक बार रिवाइज करना है. राइट, Rolle's theorem क्या है और mean value theorem क्या है. ठीक है, अब देखो Rolle's theorem अगर हम किसी क्लोज इंटरवल में लगाते हैं, सपोज P से Q कोई क्लोज इंटरवल है, एंड वी से दैट Rolle's theorem is applicable in that, So it means value of the function is same at both P and Q, Fp equal to Fq. Okay, so here if Rolle's theorem is applicable in this interval, so इसका मतलब है कि value of this function, okay, suppose this is fx function, so f minus 2 will be same as f of a. So at both minus 2 and a it will have same values. Okay, now if we solve this x square minus x minus 6, if we compute f minus 2, so f minus 2 equal to what? 4 minus minus plus 2 or minus 6 equal to 0. So it means it is 0. So x equal to minus 2 is a root, actually is a root, a real root. Now at a also the function has same value, so fa is also 0. So it means a is the another root of this function. Okay, a is another root. One root is minus 2, another root is a. We know that sum of roots, so a minus 2 is equal to minus of this minus 1 upon 1, so equal to 1. So it gives us a equal to 3. So from this information we can conclude that the value of a is 3. F minus 2 is equal to F3 actually. Okay. Now come to next statement. We have a function gx which is decreasing in some interval. Now how do we check the increasing decreasing nature of a function? कैसे check करते हैं? For that we use the derivative, first order derivative test we use. Okay, so here we will compute the first order derivative g dash x. So g dash x is equal to what? 6x square minus 24x. Okay, g dash x is this one. So which is equal to, let us take 6x common, so we are getting x minus 4 actually. Okay, so g dash x is 0 at 0 and 4. Okay, so using the number line concept, if we mark 0 here, 4 here, so plus minus plus, using wavy curve method we can conclude that in the interval 0 to 4 g dash x is having negative sign. Okay, इस इंटरवल में 0 से 4 का जो इंटरवल है इसमें g dash x का साइन क्या है? नेगेटिव है, माइनस. सो इट मींस gx is decreasing function in this interval. So the largest interval in which gx is decreasing is 0 to b, so it means b is equal to 4. Okay, so b is equal to 4 we have got. From the second information we have computed b. Now we have to calculate the partial derivative of this function with respect to x. So when we compute the partial derivative with respect to some variable, we take another variable as constant. Okay, so we can calculate the answer now. Okay, so we can write here curl z upon curl x, equal to curl z upon curl x, means partial derivative of this function with respect to x, treating y as a constant. So y is a constant, so derivative will be 2xy plus y cube minus 1 or plus 0. This is the derivative with respect to x. Now at x equal to 3 and y equal to b, matlab 4. So let us put, we can write at x equal to 3 and y equal to 4, this partial derivative curl z upon curl x is equal to what? 2xy. Okay, so 2 into 3 into 4 or plus y cube is 64 or minus 1 equal to. So now I hope you can compute the answer, you can simplify this. Okay, so this is containing different concept in one question, all are useful for your exam. Now we can move to next question. The value of the real variable x which is greater than or equal to 0, which maximizes the function. So we are having fx equal to x to the power e multiplied by e to the power minus x. ठीक है, इस किस x पे x की कौन सी ऐसी वैल्यू होगी ग्रेटर देन 0 जहां पे ये फंक्शन क्या होगा? मैक्सिमा, इसका मैक्सिमा आएगा. ओके, सो वो x हमें कंप्यूट करना है. सो दिस इज ए कंटिन्यूअस फंक्शन, x टू द पावर e जो है क्या है? एक पावर फंक्शन है और e to the power minus x एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन है, प्रोडक्ट विल बी कंटिन्यूस एवरीवेयर, ओके, और डिफरेंशिएबल भी है सब जगह, ओके। सो इसमें जो मैक्सिमा या मिनिमा आ सकता है वो कहाँ पे आ सकता है, दैट में कम ऑन द स्टेशनरी पॉइंट। अगर हमारे पास कोई डिफरेंशियल फंक्शन है, एवरीवेयर डिफरेंशियल फंक्शन, in that function we can have any critical point where the derivative is 0, okay. So first of all we have to calculate the derivative and we have to make that equal to 0, right. So since we are having the product of two different functions, so the derivative f dash x is equal to, we will use the product rule. So first function x to the power e multiplied by derivative of the second function e to the power minus x plus second function e to the power minus x into derivative of the first function x to the power e, okay, equal to x to the power e into, now what is derivative of e to the power minus x? It is e to the power minus x into minus 1, okay, or plus e to the power minus x into, now here we will use x to the power n formula because this is a constant, this is a variable, so x की power n का formula यहाँ पे applicable होगा, derivative of x to the power n is n into x to the power n minus 1, so we will use that, so it is e into x to the power e minus 1, okay. So now we can write this derivative as equal to 0 to calculate the stationary point. Now I am taking, implies that I am taking e to the power minus x as common, okay, e to the power minus x is common, so it is minus of x to the power e or plus of e into x to the power e, okay, upon x we can say, or x to the power e minus 1 we can write this, and this is equal to 0, we have to make it equal to 0, derivative must be 0 for maxima or minima, right. Now this is x to the power e equal to e into x to the power e upon x, so it gives us x equal to e, so we are getting only one point, x equal to e, okay, that may give us a maxima or minima, so obviously this is the answer. Though, so in exam we have to write 2.71, the value of e 2.71, that will be the answer. But further if you want to verify whether it is maxima point, so you have to calculate the second order derivative, okay. So what you will do now, you people can do it yourself now, you have obtained this f dash x, so you compute f double dash x, right, and then you put x equal to e and you will get what, a negative value, negative, less than 0 resultant. If f double dash e is coming to be negative, it means x equal to e is a point of local maxima, so e is the right answer, 2.71. So you can verify also this one, please do the second order derivative and verify this, okay. So second order derivative test is important. Now come to next problem. The function this has one minima or two maxima, so what is the right answer here, you have to compute that. So you can pause the video, you can solve and then you can watch the solution. First of all, this is a polynomial function which is everywhere differentiable, okay, everywhere continuous, right. Now in this function if we can have any maxima or minima that may come at stationary point, stationary point means where derivative is 0, ठीक है, कोई polynomial है उसमें maxima minima कहाँ पे आता है, stationary point पे, stationary point क्या होता है, where derivative of the function is 0, okay. So the first thing you have to do is calculate f dash x, make that equal to 0, okay. So let us compute f dash x, f dash x is equal to, so 5x to the power 4 minus 20x cube plus 15x square. Now we can take 5 common and x square also we can take common, so it is x square minus, okay, we have 5x square into x square minus 4x और प्लस 3 इक्वल टू 5x स्क्वायर इंटू x minus 3 or x minus 1. So now we can see that there are three total points where we may have some maxima or minima. Okay, so the x equal to 0, x equal to 1 and 3 are stationary points. These are stationary points where we can have a maxima or minima. Now to decide whether a point is point of maxima or point of minima, we need second order derivative test. Okay, अब हमें क्या करना है, सेकेंड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव टेस्ट यूज करना है. So how we can use the second order derivative test? First of all, you compute the second order derivative. So we already computed first order derivative here. So f double dash x is equal to derivative of this is what? 20x cube, okay, minus 60x square or plus 30x. Okay, so f double dash x जो है हमारा वो कितना है, 20x cube minus 60x square plus 30x. Now if we compute this f double derivative at 0, 0 was a stationary point. Okay, 0 was a stationary point, so that may have maxima or minima. So if we put this, what we are getting a 0. So we are not able to decide here actually. If we get this double derivative as positive, we say that it is a point of minima. If we get negative, then it is a point of maxima, but we are getting 0. So what if we get double derivative 0? We will compute the third order derivative. Okay, third order derivative f triple dash x. So it is equal to 60x square minus 120x plus 30, and this is not equal to 0. F triple derivative is not equal to 0. So whenever we have this condition that double derivative is 0 but triple derivative is not equal to 0, in such case we conclude that this point is neither a point of maxima nor a point of minima. This is a point of inflection actually. Okay, so we have x equal to 0, x equal to 0 is point of inflection. It is neither maxima nor minima. Okay, point of inflection इसको बोलेंगे यहाँ पे. So अब ये मैक्सिमा या मिनिमा तो नहीं हो सकता. क्लियर टू ऑल? अब देखो इसमें अगर हम अभी ऑप्शन आंसर करना चाहें तो 1 मिनिमा 2 मैक्सिमा, अब ये नहीं हो सकता ना, क्योंकि 0 तो है ही नहीं आपका कुछ भी, ना मैक्सिमा है ना मिनिमा है, तो टोटल 3 मिनिमा मैक्सिमा तो नहीं आ सकते. ऑप्शन इज रॉन्ग. 2 मिनिमा 1 मैक्सिमा नहीं पॉसिबल है, 2 मिनिमा 2 मैक्सिमा नॉट पॉसिबल. सो व्हाट इज द ऑप्शन लेफ्ट? 1 minima and 1 maxima. Yes, this may be the answer, because here we can check for 1 and 3. So one of them will be maxima, one of them will be minima. So without solving further, if these are the options, we are able to answer this question as option number D. Okay, however, if you want to confirm, so you can put this x equal to 1. Okay, if you put f double dash 1, so you see what you are getting, 20 minus 60 plus 30, so it is minus 10. So negative, so it means x equal to 1 is a point of maxima, is a point of maxima. Okay, but if you put x equal to 3, if you compute f double dash 3, then what you are getting, this is a positive quantity in that case, so greater than 0, this is greater than 0. Okay, so it means if this is greater than 0, so x equal to 3 is a point of minima, is a point of minima. So this second order derivative test is very, very important. You may get some question based on this concept. Okay, so D is the right answer here. Okay, D is the right answer. Now come to the next question, question number 7. So read the question. This is optimization problem, actually we can say optimization in single variable. volume of a sphere is increasing at this rate. So pause the video, solve this problem and then resume and watch the solution. Okay. So we know that volume of a sphere is what? V equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is volume of a sphere. Okay. So if we compute rate of change in centimeter cube per second, so we can call it as dV upon dt, the ordinary differentiation of this function v with respect to t. So this is equal to 4 by 3 pi into 3r square into dr upon dt, because r is also variable, na, radius is variable, and this volume is a function of radius. So dV upon dt can be computed using this, right? Now this is given as 8. Suppose this is equal to 8, and when find the, okay, this is equal to 8. Okay. So now here we can write down the dr upon dt. From this 3 and 3 are cancelled. Okay, and what we are getting, 4 and 2, these are cancelled. So what is dr upon dt you are getting here? Dr upon dt is equal to 2 divided by pi r square. Okay. So rate of change of radius with respect to time is 2 divided by pi r square. Got it? Now find the rate at which the surface area is increasing. Actually we have to calculate rate of change of surface area. Okay. So S is equal to 4 pi r square. Surface area का formula क्या होता है? 4 pi r square. So ds upon dr, what is rate of change of this surface area with respect to radius? Or ds upon dt, suppose we have to compute ds upon dt, because they have given the rate of change of volume. So the surface area rate is also asked with respect to time. So ds upon dt we have to compute. Okay. So this is equal to 4 pi into 2r into dr upon dt. Okay. So this is equal to 4 pi multiplied by 2r multiplied by dr upon dt is what from this equation? 2 upon pi r square. Okay. So now we can see this pi and pi are cancelled. So equal to 16 upon r. Okay. Overall we are getting 16 upon r, and this is a function of radius. So they are asking when radius is 12, at the moment when radius is 12, so put r equal to 12. Okay. So 16 upon 12 equal to 4 by 3. So this will be the right answer. A option will be the right answer to this question. Next question. Okay. Read the question carefully and try to find out the answer. So here we have more than one correct. Okay. This is one MSQ type question in which more than one option may be correct. So what answers you are getting? Just calculate your answer, okay, and write in the chat box what options you are getting. So this is a polynomial, you know. Now I am going to discuss the solution of this problem. So this is a polynomial, okay. Now in polynomial we know that function is everywhere differentiable, everywhere continuous. So the maxima or minima or inflection, whatever is there, this may come on a stationary point. Okay. So we have to compute the stationary point of this function. And how we can find stationary point? By making f dash x equal to 0. The roots of f dash x equal to 0 are the stationary points. So let us calculate that. We have f dash x, okay, f dash x equal to 12x to the power 5 minus 24x cube plus 12x, okay. And now we can take this 12x common also. So if we take 12x common, what we are getting? We are getting x to the power 4 minus 2x or plus 1, which is equal to 12x into, this is nothing but x, this is square, okay, here is square. So x square minus 1 whole square, okay. Now we know that x square minus 1 is x minus 1 into x plus 1. So we can say that, here I am writing now in this part. So we can say that f dash x is equal to 12x multiplied by x minus 1 whole square or x plus 1 whole square. Okay. So this f dash x is 0, you know this f dash x is 0 at what? F dash x is equal to 0 at x equal to 0, 1, minus 1. Okay, f dash x equal to 0 at x equal to 0, 1 and minus 1. So these are the stationary points. Okay, these are the stationary points. Now one important thing we can see here, that for x greater than 0, this entire quantity will be positive, so function will be increasing, but for x less than 0, this entire quantity will be what? Negative, so function will be decreasing. Okay, so from 0 to infinity increasing, from minus infinity to 0 it is decreasing. So it means this C option is incorrect option. Okay, according to this option, fx is strictly increasing function in this interval. So this is not correct, because fx is not strictly increasing function. Okay, so C option we can cut. Now what other thing we can do? We can compute the double derivative now. Okay, to test whether a point of maxima or minima at x equal to 1, minus 1 or 0, right? So let us compute the double derivative f double dash x. So f double dash x is equal to 60 x to the power 4 minus 72 x square or plus 12. Okay. So at x equal to 0 we get, if I put x equal to 0, what we get? At x equal to 0 we are getting 12. F double dash 0 is 12, which is greater than 0, implies that x equal to 0 is a point of minima, okay, point of minima. So here we have one point of minima, got it? Now what about 1 and minus 1? So if I put 1, so 60 minus 72 plus 12, 0. So f double dash 1 is 0. Okay. So now what I see, f double dash 1 is 0. So I need to compute f triple derivative x. So because here we cannot say anything about this. So f triple derivative x is equal to what? This will be derivative of this. So that is equal to 240x cube minus 144x. Now this is not 0 at x equal to 1 as well as x equal to minus 1. If I put x equal to 1, this is not 0, at minus 1 also this is not 0, and at minus 1 f double dash 1 will be 0, because f double dash x is this one, so this will be 0 at minus 1 also. Okay. So what we see that f triple dash 1 is not equal to 0. So it means x equal to 1 is a point of inflection. Similarly, x equal to minus 1 is a point of inflection. So there are two inflection points. Okay. So B is a right answer here, right? Fx has two inflection points. Got it? Now Fx has one point of local maxima and 2 points of local minima. So ये भी wrong answer है, ठीक है ना? One point of local maxima नहीं है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, और मिनिमा का पॉइंट है, तो सारे ऑप्शन इनकरेक्ट ही हैं. एफ एक्स इज वन पॉइंट ऑफ लोकल मैक्सिमा, ये भी रॉन्ग है. अगर यहाँ पे मिनिमा होता ना, मिनिमा, तो हम आंसर करते ये वाला. ओके, सो ओवरऑल यहाँ पे एक ही ऑप्शन हमारा करेक्ट बन रहा है, एफ एक्स हैज टू इन्फ्लेक्शन पॉइंट्स. ये भी रॉन्ग है, ये भी रॉन्ग है. गॉट इट? अगर यहाँ पे मिनिमा करेंगे तो ये ऑप्शन भी टिक करेंगे, डी ऑप्शन. मैक्सिमा है तो इस पे हम टिक नहीं करेंगे डी पे. बिकॉज अगर हम 0 पे चेक करते हैं एफ डबल डैश एक्स हमारा ये है और 0 पे कितना है 12, सो पॉजिटिव आ रहा है, सो इट मीन्स मिनिमा का पॉइंट है ये। सो ओनली वन ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट हियर। ओके, उन्होंने लिखा है ऑप्शन पॉसिबिलिटी है कि एक से ज्यादा हो बट है नहीं ऐसा। सो इन एग्जाम सच थिंग मे हैपन। ओके, नाउ कम टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सो ये जो देखो यहाँ पे क्या है एग्जाम में ना, एक क्रिटिकल पॉइंट के ऊपर फोकस कर ही सकते हैं, स्टेशनरी पॉइंट पता होना चाहिए, क्रिटिकल पॉइंट पता होना चाहिए, और ये जो हायर ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव टेस्ट है इसको प्रिपेयर करना है। ठीक है, इसमें डिसाइड करना होता है मैक्सिमा या मिनिमा या इन्फ्लेक्शन पॉइंट, तो ये टेस्ट आपको रिवाइज करना है। ओके, नाउ कम टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। So the cost function for the manufacturer of x units of a quantity is given. Okay, अगर हम x यूनिट प्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो कितना कॉस्ट आता है उसका, ठीक है, नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स के ऊपर डिपेंड कर रहा है, एक कॉस्ट फंक्शन हमें गिवन है। अब इस कॉस्ट से हमें क्या निकालना है, कॉस्ट इज मिनिमम, मतलब कॉस्ट मिनिमम कब होगा, ठीक है ना, उसके लिए x कितना होगा, दिस इज टू बी फाइंड। सो यू कैन ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट योर सेल्फ एंड देन यू कैन सी माई सॉल्यूशन। पॉज करके वीडियो को एक बार खुद सॉल्व करो। Okay, so now the cost function is given to us, इसके ये बताने कि कहाँ पे मिनिमा है, मिनिमम कहाँ पे है, राइट। सो दिस इज ए पॉलिनोमियल, सो मिनिमा या मैक्सिमा जो भी आएगा कहाँ पे आएगा, ठीक है, स्टेशनरी पॉइंट पे। सो वी विल डू डेरिवेटिव c डैश x। ओके, वी विल राइट c डैश x इक्वल टू 3x square minus 18x plus 24. Okay, and we will put it equal to 0. So if we solve this, so 3 into x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. So we are getting x equal to 2 and 4. We are getting two values, ठीक है, 2 and 4. So कौन सा पॉइंट ऑफ मिनिमा है, कौन सा मैक्सिमा है, ये डिसाइड करने के लिए we will use डबल डेरिवेटिव। So c डबल डेरिवेटिव x is equal to 6x minus 18. ओके, सो अगर मैं पुट करता हूं डबल डेरिवेटिव में 2 x इक्वल टू 2, सो ये क्या आ रहा है, लेस देन 0 आ रहा है। सो x इक्वल टू 2 पे तो मैक्सिमा आएगा, x इक्वल टू 2 इज ए मैक्सिमा, मतलब एक कॉस्ट को मैक्सिमाइज करेगा, ठीक है। सो x इक्वल टू अगर हम 4 पुट करते हैं, सो c डबल डैश 4, यहाँ पे 4 रखेंगे तो ये ग्रेटर देन 0 है, सो इट मीन्स x इक्वल टू 4 इज ए पॉइंट ऑफ मिनिमा। सो नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स अगर किसी इंटरवल में 4 प्रोड्यूस होती है, कॉस्ट फंक्शन तब मिनिमम होगा, ठीक है ना, मिनिमा। सो आंसर शुड बी x इक्वल टू 4। ओके, आपको फिल करना है x इक्वल टू 4। तो ये ऑप्टिमाइजेशन के कंसेप्ट हैं, इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आने के पूरे चांस हैं, सैंपल में भी उन्होंने दिया हुआ है, आपको याद रखना है कैसे यूज करना है, ठीक है। नाउ कम टू नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम। सो 4 इज द आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन। ओके, so this is from expansion of different functions, Taylor expansion, Maclaurin series. The coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this is, so if you remember the expansions of these standard functions, you can evaluate the answer immediately. You should remember the expansion of e to the power x, sin x, cos x. Okay, ये सारे एक्सपेंशन आपको याद रखने हैं, एंड टेलर सीरीज एक्सपेंशन का जो फॉर्मूला होता है वो भी आपको याद रखना है, मैक्लॉरिन सीरीज का फॉर्मूला। सो कंप्यूट योर आंसर एंड राइट द आंसर इन द चैट बॉक्स। Okay, so let me explain you. Here we know that x e to the power x का एक्सपेंशन आपको याद है कितना होता है, याद रखना है सबको ये, ठीक है। 1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 फैक्टोरियल प्लस एक्स क्यूब अपॉन 3 फैक्टोरियल प्लस एंड सो ऑन, ठीक है। ये एक्सपेंशन काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस। एंड साइन एक्स को क्या लिख सकते हैं हम, साइन एक्स इक्वल टू एक्स माइनस एक्स क्यूब अपॉन 3 फैक्टोरियल प्लस एक्स टू द पावर 5 अपॉन 5 फैक्टोरियल एंड सो ऑन। एंड देन वी हैव cos x, so cos x इक्वल टू 1 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 फैक्टोरियल प्लस एक्स टू द पावर 4 अपॉन 4 फैक्टोरियल एंड सो ऑन। सो ये तीनों ही स्टैंडर्ड एक्सपेंशन है जो आपको याद रखने, ठीक है। नाउ वी कैन पुट ऑल दीज वैल्यूज डायरेक्टली हियर, इसमें सारी वैल्यूज को हम डायरेक्टली पुट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज हमें x के ही टर्म्स में आंसर निकालना है ना, x के टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस करना है इसको, राइट। सो वी कैन राइट x इंटू e टू द पावर x की जगह पे 1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन 2 फैक्टोरियल को 2 लिख सकते हैं, ठीक है। और आगे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है बिकॉज हमें एक्स क्यूब का कोएफिशिएंट चाहिए ना, तो ये दिस विल गिव अस एक्स क्यूब, सो बाकी को लिखने की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है। देन प्लस साइन एक्स की जगह हम लिख सकते हैं एक्स माइनस एक्स क्यूब अपॉन 3 फैक्टोरियल प्लस एक्स टू द पावर 5 अपॉन 5 फैक्टोरियल एंड सो ऑन। एंड माइनस कोस एक्स में, अब कोस एक्स में तो एक्स क्यूब आएगा ही नहीं, तो नो नीड टू राइट, कोई लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है। यहां से x इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर कितना हो जाएगा आपका एक्स क्यूब, सो कोफिशिएंट विल बी 1 अपॉन 2 एंड इट इज माइनस 1 अपॉन 6, टेकिंग एलसीएम 6, सो 3 माइनस 1 इक्वल टू 2 अपॉन 6 इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन 3, सो ए इज द राइट आंसर हेयर, ओके। सिंपल क्वेश्चन आएगा एग्जाम में एक्सपेंशन के ऊपर, आपको याद रखना है, राइट। सो ए इज द राइट आंसर इन दिस प्रॉब्लम। So these were 10 questions from calculus optimization, okay, and I hope you understood all these concept. You please revise all these concept, these will help you in your exam, okay, and we will meet in the next lecture with some next questions, other questions. All the best.